What a privilege and honor to be coming your way with this leadership training. I want to acknowledge the presence of our Executive Vice President for IMMERI and President for IMMERI Africa, Mr. Yap Wenyen, who I thought should be sleeping by now, but some way, somehow, is on the call. And also our Mother Mama Queen, Mr. Iris, Michelle, our corporate staff, and all the top leaders, the MCs represented from Nigeria, MCs represented from Ghana. I see Mr. Barreto. I see my own chairman, Mr. Fred. Thank you so much for making time to be on this call. I know for sure that whatever we are going to do, many of us have gone through already. But this is just a reminder of the basics, what we should be doing every day, or what we should be doing at this difficult time. So our core leadership call was to be lockdown. Now we all know that IMMERI is an opportunity. We have edified our owners, Mr. Yap, Mr. Lau, Mr. Tank and Fu, all our management team, amazing management team. We have edified our products, amazing products, our comp-plan out of this world. But that is just an opportunity. An opportunity is an opportunity unless you do something about it. So basically, it's not only about how good IMMERI is. Everything boils down to you and I. So what I'm going to talk about today is concerning you and I as a distributor, what we should be doing to maximize this amazing comp plan that IMMERI has given to us. And basically, there are three things that concerns us. Once I tackle that, the how of it is very simple. And the first thing I want to talk about, these are all off slide. The first thing I want to talk about is something we call the dream. The dream. Now, the dream is a word that most people have forgotten. Most people have forgotten, especially recently I read a post by Mr. John Bukoro, Dr. John Bukoro, one of our directors, the first director from Nigeria, that says that as soon as you finish university, you understand why they added God Bless Our Homeland to the national anthem. And it was surprising that Ghana also had God Bless Our Homeland to the national anthem. And I began to think about it. The truth is that by the time many people finish school, we stop dreaming. And so when you mention a dream to an adult or a growing person, they just kind of shove it off. But without a dream, it is very, very difficult for us to succeed in this amazing opportunity called IMMERI. And so, for want of a better word, I will not be talking about a dream, but rather I'll be talking about something called a compelling reason. A compelling reason. Now, for us to be able to succeed in this business and to do all the necessary things that we have to do during this COVID-19 period and beyond, is that we must all have a compelling reason. Now, when you look at those two reasons, those two words alone, compelling and then reason. What compelling means that something that forces you out of the ordinary to do something. And then the second one is reason. The reason for doing something. The truth is that many people have come into IMMERI because when they attended the presentation, they hear the story of some of the top earners who presented, and they were excited by that story. But that story alone is not enough to carry us through times like this and to the top of the comp plan. So we each and every one of us need to find a reason, a compelling reason, deep embedded in our heart, that will cause us to pursue this business. And that reason actually cannot be taught in a training. It cannot be a model. It's something that you can discover by yourself. It is something that only you can discover in the process or in the journey of your life. A reason that keeps you up, something that keeps you up, something that makes whatever you are doing will make it work for you. Something that will make you wake up, something that will make you stay deep in the night, going through the trainings, doing all the necessary stuff. That becomes your compelling reason. For many mothers, their compelling reason is their children. For instance, a couple of years ago, I saw a car snatcher snatched a car from a lady at a filling station in the USA. Now, ordinarily, that lady would have allowed the car snatcher to take the car away. But unfortunately for the car snatcher, the lady has her newborn baby at the back seat of the car. And because of that, she dragged along with the car. The car was pulling until finally she got hold of the man, the snatcher, through the windows and wrestled with him until the man had to stop the car and jump out of the car and run away. Now, why would the woman risk her life to go to that extent? There was a reason. There was a reason. So each and every one of us, to be able to succeed in this business, let's look beyond our owners. Let's look beyond the products. Let's look beyond the compensation plan. Let's look beyond the leaders that we have. And each and every one of us go deep into ourselves, search ourselves, and find a compelling reason why we should do the business. For instance, when I started IMMERI, my compelling reason was that my wife was separated from me. She was in the USA and I was here. And then my little girl was with my sister. Now, when I saw IMMERI, and the reason why my wife had to be in the US was purely financial. We're not fighting, it was not a marital quarrel, but purely financial. And I thought that when she was in the US, she could take care of herself, I could take care of myself here. But when I saw IMMERI, I saw an opportunity that could bridge that financial gap quickly and that really unite me with my family. And so that became my compelling reason to run with IMMERI. For instance, one of our leaders, Dr. John Mukoro, shared a story. He didn't actually call it compelling reason, but when he was sharing the story, in there, I found his compelling reason. Now, the story he shared was that he was doing very well in a state capital called Asaba, but by reason of wealth, having accumulated some wealth, he moved to Lagos and stayed in Lekki in Lagos. Then all of a sudden, his businesses that were bringing those money has dried up. There was no money coming. His children were in a top school. He lived in a prestigious area in Lekki Peninsula, and now faced with the possibility of having to relocate back to Asaba with the children and changing school for them. And so, when he eventually looked at the IMMERI opportunity, on the 25th of April, he saw an opportunity. He saw a reason to build a business so that he can still stay in Lagos, he can still stay in Lekki, his children can still go to the same school. And that enabled him to run the way he was running. Another leader, Madam Patience, who always talk about the fact that the husband used to provide everything for them until the husband passed away. Now, to be able to maintain the status with which she had and also with her children, when she saw IMMERI, every time she's screaming, IMMERI must pay my bills, IMMERI must pay my bills. But beyond those shouting, it's a deep compelling reason that is pushing and urging her on. Then we also have the record of the fastest manager in IMMERI worldwide, Mr. Andrew Ano-Apo. Now, what was it that made Andrew become a manager in 5 weeks? There was a reason behind it. I've not taken her permission to share it because it's an emotional story, but I knew for a fact that there was a very compelling reason why he moved within 5 weeks to become a manager. So ladies and gentlemen, no matter how exciting the products are, no matter how exciting the company is, until you discover your compelling reason why you should do this business, it will be difficult. Most of the time, it's beyond material things, it's beyond physical things. Many a times, it's something that makes you significant. Yes, when we start a business, by reason of the structure of our comp plan, IMMERI has already shown us that we could travel, we could have a house, we could have cars. So that could become a dream for somebody. But again, when somebody gives you a dream, that becomes a target. There's a difference between your reason for doing the business and the reason that somebody gives you. Because you own your compelling reason, whatever you are asked to do becomes a target. So you want to discover your own compelling reason. Then the next thing is, when you find your compelling reason, It should be something that ignites a fire within you. It gives you a burning desire. A burning desire. Something that you are always conscious of. Something that is always burning. It consumes you. There's no better way to say than to use the scripture that the Apostle Paul said. He said, woe is me if I preach not the gospel, for necessity is laid upon me. It's like it's a life or death issue. It drags you on. And so you must look in you and find an emotional part of you. Emotionalize that reason. It shouldn't just be money, because if it is money, when they get the money, what will you do with it? If it is a rank, there are so many companies that have the rank, let's say diamond, manager. So if it is just the rank, it may not consume you enough. For some of us, the compelling reason coupled with the burning desire was that maybe when you saw IMMERI, you were at the point of going broke, you were at the point of losing your family. Maybe you were owing people and they are on your neck, and you saw an opportunity to redeem your once good image. And armed with that, you begin to run and fight for this business. Something that compels you. Something that is a burning desire within you. Something that ignites a certain fire. That is what you should look for. Now, if that is not there, we'll use the COVID as a reason why we should not build our business. Now, after you have discovered your compelling reason and your burning desire, the next thing you want to do to make you successful is that you must act on these two things with a sense of agency. You know, it is natural of us as human beings to say, I will do this, but I'll do it tomorrow. For instance, I know people who decide in February that they are going to stop a bad habit on 31st of December, which gives them 10 months to keep that bad habit. The guy has decided in February that he's going to stop smoking 31st December 2020. So for another 10 months, he keeps that habit. I will do it, but I'll do it tomorrow. So, like I said, everything I'm coming to say, one way or the other, all the leaders know it. But the only thing is that we are not able to act on it, because many times people say, I'll do it, but I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, the proverbial verb, I'll do it later. But now what we are saying is that you must act on your dreams with a sense of agency. Act on it as if today is the last day of your life. I don't know, many people who attended our presentation live in Ghana have always heard me say, I am 45, I don't know whether I'll live to be 46. So whatever I want to do, I need to do it now. Because every single day as a pastor, we've gone to hospitals, we've gone to pray for people, we have buried people, and those were just like us. But they just left this earth. Unannounced, some left their home, they are going to work, I'll be back. They never return. So for us to do well in this business, we must develop a compelling reason, ignite our burning desire, and find that sense of agency. The best way to illustrate a sense of agency is a very emotional way of saying it. But for instance, every year it is mandatory that we all go for health checkup, which most people don't do. I encourage you to do it at least. And when you go for your health checkup, and assuming that you go to your regular doctor for the checkup, and your doctor says, I'll call you when the reports are ready. Then maybe around 9-10 p.m., the doctor calls you and says that, hey, I have your report, but there's something I need to discuss with you, but I can't discuss it over the phone. Can you see me tomorrow in the office? Now, ladies and gentlemen, by hearing that news from your doctor, he has not disclosed anything to you, whether it is good or bad. Do you think you'll be able to sleep the way you usually sleep all the previous nights? I bet you no. You'll be on your toe. You'll be sweating all night. The next morning by 6 a.m., guaranteed, you will be in front of his office waiting for the news. Now, many people just like us have gone to hospitals, done ordinary checkups, and only for a doctor to tell them that I've seen something in your head that looks like a tumor. We need to do a second test, a third test, and it keeps confirming the same thing. Eventually, they give you a prognosis And after the prognosis is given, sometimes it's so deadly that they tell them you have 6 months to live, you have a year to live. Now the question is, if anyone is told they have 6 months to live, do you think they will live their next 6 months the way they live all their life? They want to get everything out of the way. All of a sudden, things become important in their life. For instance, if those who still have work, if you are working, the day before you go on holiday, one way or the other, you realize that you clear your decks, all your goals that has been there weeks and weeks and weeks, you manage to finish all of them. Now, a sense of agency is a realization that you have that your life is not your own. That opportunity is timed. Opportunity comes in a season, and that you have to take advantage of every opportunity that comes. And I'm saying this because every delay in acting on what you have to do could mean that you have lost somebody like Mr. Fred Mensah, you have lost somebody like Mr. Barreto, you have lost somebody like Andrew, Mr. Chidi, Mr. Foster, Madam Matt Lyon, Madam J. Mama, you have lost Dr. Mukoro, Talatu, all these our managers and all these our leaders. Sometimes the difference between you signing them up is just a delay. That is why many a times you get to the office and somebody that you were thinking about to invite, somebody has brought him to a presentation or somebody has brought them to a meeting only because you did not act with a sense of agency. So ladies and gentlemen, this is to put us in a frame of mind that despite the COVID-19, we are not waiting on our dreams. We are pursuing our dreams. We are pursuing it with a compelling reason. We are pursuing it with a burning desire. We are pursuing it with a sense of agency. Because it is true that our accounts, all our accounts can be reliable to any of our relatives. But there's no point willing a classic account to a relative. There's no point willing an agency account with zero qualification to a family member. There's no point willing even an executive with no qualification. But can you imagine if you build your business to at least 1-star director and you will it to your daughter, your wife, any of your family member? What if you become a 2-star, 3-star? What if you become a sapphire? What if you become an emerald? What if you become a diamond? That is what we are talking about. But because our time is short, and the wise man says that help me to number my days that I may apply wisdom. The fact is that our time is short. No matter how long you live on this earth, it is still short. So whatever we have to do, whether COVID-19, whether what, we still have to do it because we don't know the day, the evil day coming. So ladies and gentlemen, with this, let's go to the 90-day game plan. What you need to be doing in the next 90 days, whether there's COVID-19 or not. This must continue. You must do this continually, whether there's COVID-19 or not. Now, the idea behind this program is that we want to go pro. We want to go pro. There are too many pretenders in network marketing. There are too many amateurs in network marketing. We want to have more pros like Mr. Barreto, Mr. Fred, Mr. Foster. In fact, anybody who is on this call right now, there is a longing in you. There is a burning reason why you are here. There's a desire in you to become a pro. And we want to have more of such people as pros because distributors are temporary. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody is going to leave your IMMERI business, it's not an elite manager or a director. It's a classic. If somebody will leave your IMMERI business, it's an associate who has just signed an agency and somebody has shown them a new plan. It will not be an elite manager. It will not be a manager easily. It will not be a director easily. So what you want to do is go pro quickly and get your partners to go pro with you. Get to a rank, I call it a position where they cannot quit. You get to a position where you cannot quit. Irrespective of what happens, you are still in the game. Because anyone who becomes a professional is permanent. Distributors are temporary, but professionals are permanent. And you are building your business because you want to have a permanent member. So what is a 90-day game plan and why must you do a 90-day game plan? A 90-day business building strategy that produces results and massive action in an accelerated amount of time. a business strategy that produces results and massive action in an accelerated amount of time. I first got this idea from a book written by Michael Watson, The First 90 Days. The First 90 Days. And so what the idea behind this business is that when you are going to do it, and when you sign up a new distributor, the first 90 days of that new distributor is very crucial. The first 3 months of that new distributor is very crucial. It is made up of ideas, strategies, realization, which leads ultimately to your success. Who should participate in the 90-day game plan? Those who should participate. One, why do we even need it? Because 90 days, I said, involves a lot of strategy. And one of the strategies is goal setting. Now, we know for a fact that those who wrote down their goals achieve significantly more than those who only thought about their goals. The first thing is, whatever your reason is, whatever your dream is, you've got to write them down. Then number two, written down goals. All the people who write down their goals, 43% of them accomplish the goal. Written goals plus action. So if you just write the goal down and say, this is what I'm going to do with my IMMERI business, somewhere, somehow, even if you don't act on it intently, 43% of people who wrote it down achieve it. Number three, written down goals plus action commitments. 64% accomplished. Which means that you write down the goals, you outlay actionable plans, and you follow through those actionable plans. You have another 21% higher chance than those who just wrote down the goals. Number four, those who write down their goals plus action and they review their progress on weekly basis, 76% of them achieve their goals. Number four is important because you need to know whether you are going towards your goal or you are moving away from it or you are static. And you can do that week by week review of your action plans. And so we are going to implement this as distributors. Now, who should use it? Anyone who is serious about building their business or is ready to become a professional networker. And we are talking of a potential $1 million in 5 years. That is what I mean by anyone who is serious about building their business or is ready to become a professional networker. Anyone who wants to succeed, a 90-day game plan will help you identify the steps to take and the habits that you need to build over a targeted space of time. Now, the first thing is to find the why, which was the compelling reason and the burning desire we talk about. Now, when you find the why, it is very easy to look for the steps and the necessary habits you need to undertake to become successful. I know for a fact that many people join IMMERI on network marketing business by chance, not by any design. But though you may join by chance, you can still improve your odds by developing a game plan, taking steps, and developing the necessary habits that are important for success in this industry. Now, whether you are new to network marketing or an old member, but you are ready to build momentum, the 90-day game plan is your ticket to focused success. It is the secret to momentum. It's the secret to building residual income. And it can be a series of 90 days, which means that every quarter you are reviewing your program and you are restarting your program. Now, how should I begin? In fact, it's a book. How should I begin? It's actually a book called The Power of Affirmative Spirituality. How do I begin? Now, one, you should become a new distributor. This is available to only our distributors. Those who sign up as distributors, and I know everybody on this call is a distributor. As soon as somebody signs on as a distributor, you do what we call vaccination. But I'm not talking about vaccination against COVID-19. I'm talking of vaccinating or immunizing your new distributor. We are not going to allow our new distributors to talk to their prospects or people anyhow, because they could be losing one of our top diamonds upcoming. Because they may not know much, they are new distributors, they may not know much. So when they go out talking to people, especially about the product and the comp plan, they may lose the person. And first impression is very important. So you can't talk to anyone with limited knowledge. So what we'll do is, one of the strategies I will talk about is that we are activating our three-way calls. WhatsApp is no longer going to our Zoom is no longer going to be limited to group presentation. If you can have 3 people on a Zoom call, Zoom allows you to do a presentation for 3 people. That is allowed. It could be a strategy. Now, as soon as you join the business, you need to use the products to have your own story, to have your own benefits, because one of the things that ignites you or your burning desire in this business is your passion for the product and also your income. You cannot continue to act on hearsay about after 1 year in the business. I know people who are always asking, can Virgin do this, can Virgin do this, and they never bring out any story. When you come for sharing time, they never bring out any story. I've used it, even if you make it just to sleep a little bit more. You know how many people are looking for sleep in this earth? So many people. So don't even overlook sleep. If it makes you sleep a little bit more, it is okay. And amazingly, we have important products which are health products. The area in which we are now, ladies and gentlemen, health is the cornerstone of happiness. People are ready to exchange any amount of money for health. Look at it. Sanitizers used to be very, very cheap. And these days, they've inflated the prices sometimes over even 1,000%, but we are still buying because we have been told that when you sanitize your hand, you will not get the virus. In the same way, people are very conscious of their health. And you must be the number one person who is conscious of your health if you are doing IMMERI. And once you use the products help you want to stay happy and also build belief, because belief is a very strong foundation in your success or in your journey of success. If you don't have your personal belief, you cannot continue to ride on the belief of Mr. Yap or the belief of Madam Queen or all the leaders. They believe in the business, that's why they set it up. We also believe in the business, but we must make all our people also believe in the business for themselves. Now, this is coming up. I know the company is developing the necessary tools, so I put this here. Get all the building tools for your self-study. But even if those tools are not available, if you really want to become a pro, ladies and gentlemen, there are 1 million free tools on YouTube. There are so many free resources on how to build your network marketing business, how to become a millionaire in network marketing business. They are all available for free on YouTube. The challenge for most people is that they will say they don't have data. So because of a 10 cedis data or a 1,000 naira data, you forgo the chance of tapping into the mind of someone who has done it, who has been there, to be able to achieve your own success. Data should not be an issue again. And one of the reasons why people make those excuses is that they have not discovered they are compelling reason. Because when you have a compelling reason, the facts don't count. There are no excuses. Whatever you have to do to attain the goal, you will attain it. So get yourself tools, get yourself books. There are so many books we recommend. Get those books and study them. Attend all our Zoom meetings. We have multiple Zoom meetings. I'm amazed how Mr. Brian Lewis, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, is on all our Zoom meetings. I know for a fact that right after this Zoom meeting, he is organizing a Zoom meeting from Trinidad and Tobago to all over Africa. And I'm going to be on that call. Yesterday, around 10 p.m., I happened to chance on a call being hosted from Lagos by J Mama and Shegun. I was on that one. We had several calls throughout the day. Please attend the Zoom training, the seminars, attend MOP, any organized event. Be there because it builds belief. It builds belief. And you need it as a professional networker. if you are going to go pro. Now, what are the 5 dreams of your life? This is just an idea. Through it, it may help us to discover our burning desire, our compelling reason that will help us to act on it with a sense of agency. You should have dreams for your health. You have an excellent health. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make so much money, and we need to be healthy to enjoy that money. Money is of no use to somebody who is lying on the bed with oxygen on them. We need to stay healthy. And that's why we have BTI, we have Adwell, and we have Virgin. Use it en masse. Number 2, have dreams to attain financial freedom. Financial freedom is the situation where, assuming that you are going to buy a car with your wife, and your wife says that she wants black, and you want blue, no problem. Because of financial freedom, you can buy the two. And it happens when your income exceeds your expenses. Have a dream to have a happy family. A happy family is not only built by money, it's built by a lot of factors. And through your network marketing business, you have more time to spend with your family, more time to spend with your children, provide all the necessary things, and that will a long way go to enhance the family. Because you have amazing products that you can give to entire family that they can use. And once your family is healthy, it gives you a sense of joy. To be recognized by others. There are some people who cry for recognition. There are some people who dread this business, who do so well, not because of the money, but because of the deep hunger in them to be recognized. But there are some people in their life, nobody has appreciated them before. You don't know how important it is when it comes to our birthdays and IMMERI cuts birthday cake. I tell you, that alone ignites fire in some people to build a business. Because there are some people all their life, they've never cut a birthday cake before. And that could actually ignite. So IMMERI, don't stop cutting birthday cake. We need more birthday cake because it could be somebody's compelling reason to succeed in this business. Social responsibility, giving back to society. Yes, corporate does their own, but as individuals, through this 90-day game plan, we are going to do our own. Not only money. If you give this opportunity to somebody and you change their financial story, you have actually contributed. It's a social responsibility. By earning so much money, if 5, 10, 20%, whatever your tax regime is taken by your government, you are contributing something socially to society. And that is what I mean by social responsibility. It's diverse. Now, having said that, the first thing you need to do is to set goals. It is said that only 3% of the people in the world set goals. 97% just follow. Only 3% of the people in the world have written down goals. 97% either follow or they are wishful thinkers. So what you are going to do in the next 90 days, starting from your first week, you are going to choose your date at the end of the training, is that you are going to write down goals, you are going to set goals, you write them down, you cut pictures, emotionalize them, they are there for you to visualize, see them, and act on them. Each and every day of your life for the next 90 days. Life will be full of chaos. Can you imagine there's a football team that is playing football and there are no goal posts? How would there ever be a winner? So because that you and I must have personal goals. We have team goals, we have company goals. But those ones look like targets. You must have your own personal goals. No goal is bad and small goal is sad. When you are going to set a goal or a dream, set it big. How do you ever hit a goal you cannot see? But then again, how do you hit a goal that you don't even have? So one, you must have a goal for your business. Then You must make it a visual, something you can see, something you can internalize, something you can emotionalize, and something that reminds you on your waking moment and you're going to bed. And these goals must be what we call S.M.A.R.T goals, which means that you must set a specific target or goal for yourself within the 90-day program. Don't say, I want to succeed. Is it the first week of your 90-day program? You want to finish all your goal setting. You want to have 3 distributors under you, 3 agencies, 3 associates. Set something that is very specific, not a general goal, like I want to be rich. I remember when I was schooling back in London in the early 2000s, where by the grace of God, one of the things that make me passionate in life is that all my life I've schooled myself. I remember I used to work in a warehouse at night and go for lectures for a master's degree during the day. We used to work in Tesco's carrying dog foods and all those things. And I had a colleague that I was working with. The guy has been in UK for about 17 years. He has never been to Ghana before. Every day when you ask him when are you going to Ghana, he said he will go in December. I will go in December. He never asked a year to it. My friend is still there. He's still in the UK. Set a goal that is specific, what you really, really want to achieve. Time will not allow us to go through the details of specificity, but what it is that something that when you hit it, you know. By the grace of God, our comp plan has inbuilt specific targets. For instance, you can set a goal that within a week of joining the business, I want to be an elite associate. Within 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I want to be an executive. I want to be an elite executive. So you can use that to give yourself a specific goal or target for your IMMERI business in this 90-day lockdown period, because we are in the 4th week of COVID-19 lockdown or partial lockdown, which is 30 days already. So we don't know how long this is going to last. But what we are sure of is that we can still be earning money and building our business, touching lives and making impact in this period. I have a book from Michael J. Langston, S.M.A.R.T Goal Setting. The next one is, it should be measurable with timelines. An unmeasurable goal is, I want to be rich. How much money is rich? I want to be successful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people, if they get 3 square meals a day, they deem it success. So you should be able to specify and give a clear indication of what success means to you. Now, when you are setting goals, it should be achievable, realistic, and not daydreaming or wishful thinking. We've signed up some people, or some people we presented to them without even joining the business. They told us they are going to be manager in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and up to now they have not even signed up. When you have not signed up, or when a downline has not signed up, or a prospect has not signed up, the first goal is to sign up. So you should let them see through the packages that IMMERI have: pre-associate, agency, or class wholesale. Which one can they easily sign up? And one of my closings that I do, called A Bird in Hand is Worth a Million in the Bush, where people come and after seeing the tier 4, they say they want to do tier 4. Meanwhile, they don't have money to do pre-associate. And you are happy that you are going to have a tier 4 person. You are just working with a daydreamer, and before you realize, you also become a daydreamer. So process the person and get out something that is really achievable from them. And by the grace of God, you have even worked with such people in the past who did classic, and today they are doing very well. So look at the person you are working with, how realistically they can set a target either to join the business, how realistically they can move. But don't promise them the moon, or don't promise yourself the moon within a short period. Then rate your goals. Normally we say realistic, but I choose to use the word rate your goals, because there's something called scale of preference in economics. When you are faced with scarcity, you must prioritize your wants. And by drawing a scale of preference, you know which of the goals to achieve first. There's a Greek word called proton, P-R-O-T-O-N. It means first things first. Now, when you try to go for a second goal first, you may slow down yourself. So after you have set all your goals, write them down. What is important now is that you should rate them. Which one is more important? Which one is so pressing? Which one must you achieve first? Get that order before you go to work. Don't do the last one first and delay the urgent one, because in the midst of it, you may get demoralized. Then the T is track your goals. Track your goals. How far are you from your dream? How far are you from when you join IMMERI? The goals that you set for yourself, where you wanted to be, how far are you from it? It's very important, ladies and gentlemen, to track that. Are you near? If you are near, can you do just a little bit more to realize those goals? If you are far from your goal, can you double up? Can you double up your activities? And I used to have a program called Road to Diamond. In fact, it started with Road to Elite Manager. When we sat in a meeting one day, and Mr. Yapwe, God bless your heart, promised that the first person to become elite manager will be taken to Philippines. The first thing I did was to set a goal and went for a road to elite manager. That enabled me to qualify for that trip to the Philippines. Beautiful country. Then I did road to director. It was an amazing trip, traveling across Nigeria, coming back, going to Bogatanga, Wa, Navrongo, Paga, all in pursuit of trying to achieve that goal. Because I have set a goal for myself that by the 15th of July 2019, which was my 45th birthday, I should become a director. When it was coming close, I was far away. Unfortunately for me, I missed the goal to hit director on the 15th of July 2019. But it was only a week later. And who cares? So set goals, track them. If you are not closer to them, double up your activities. If you are close to them, can you do a little bit more, maybe a little bit push? There are some people who should be managers now, just a little bit extra. There are some people who should be directors now, just a little bit extra. Track your goals. Don't leave the board as it is. Work with your goals, not according to the speed of the board, according to your goals and how fast you want them, your compelling reason. Now, when it comes to IMMERI, you must set business goals for IMMERI. Everybody must set a goal for their IMMERI business. There's something that you want to achieve specifically with your IMMERI business. One of the goals in this business is to be diamond. Diamond. And I have a date by which I want to be a diamond. 15th July 2022. To be a diamond. And so, I am looking for the strategies. I'm looking for the new things to do that will take me to my goal. If something won't take me to the goal, I will share it. So have an IMMERI business goal. Don't just be in IMMERI. Have a goal for your business. What are the things that you want to achieve? Have a financial goal. How much do you want to make in IMMERI? 15th July 2022. My total projected income from IMMERI $1 million US. What is your financial goal? Because you have an exciting income plan and you can do more to maximize it. You know that you can be a director over and over again, which means that you can earn 64,000, 28 million naira over and over again. Now, let that part of the comp plan fit into your personal financial goal. IMMERI says if you become a director, you will earn so and so amount. But does that fit into your financial goal? If your financial goal is more than that, how then can you use that to realize your goal? You can add that multiple times. Have a financial goal. Have a goal for holidays. You must enjoy your money. This picture actually is a testimony of my goal setting. In 2011, when I got married to my beautiful wife, unfortunately, those times we were doing hand to mouth. Our salary finishes before the month finishes. If you are working, you know that by 15 the money is finished, and you have to become a manager until the end of the month. But in IMMERI, when you are a manager, you are a manager. So when we got married, we could not have a proper honeymoon. Our honeymoon was about 1 kilometer from our house. And I remember my wife wanting a diamond ring. I talked her out of it that diamond ring could buy drinks for the reception. But you know how it is. Recently, I wrote a post on Facebook that when they give you a list for marriage, make sure that you add a pin. Because one day your wife will insult you that you have not bought her pin. Just pin. So I knew that my wife, I owe her a holiday. And so I joined a company in 2011. God bless my brother Andrew, who introduced me to that amazing company. And one of the things they promised is that there was a rank. When you hit that rank, they are going to take you on a cruise ship for 2 people. Immediately, I told myself, this is the honeymoon. I wrote it down. I began to work on it. Andrew will tell you how crazy we were at that time. And by the grace of God, I qualified for that cruise ship. It was from the US to Puerto Rico, to St. Kitts and Thomas, to Aruba, to Curacao, and back to Puerto Rico. 5,000 people on the cruise ship. It's not today that cruise ship is not popular because of COVID-19. I tell you, that was amazing. And when we got to one of the islands, St. Thomas, you could see all these billionaires. Oprah Winfrey, they have their holiday homes. They come in with their private jets, take their helicopters and fly to the beach. It was so amazing. And on one of those islands, I gave my bank card to my wife to go for the duty-free shopping. And she brought back an amazing diamond ring. I should have shown you that picture. She gave me the biggest kiss on that cruise ship. That was what made me happy. So you must have goals for vacation. IMMERI has goals for us. Elite manager, you are going to go on vacation. 1-star director, you have another vacation. Right? Wow. 1 second, okay. I think my battery is going low. Give me a second. Okay. So, IMMERI have holiday plans for us. Yes, you can go after those holiday plans, but in the same way also, you must have goals for your own personal holidays, family holidays. If what IMMERI is offering is not enough, you can all add that to it. But first of all, set it as a goal. Plan your holiday destination. Let's go. Have goals for personal development. What books are you reading as a distributor? Are you growing in the business? Are you becoming stagnant? You must have goals for personal growth. Get the books. We recommend books. Read those books. Study them. One of my greatest joy was to meet one of my mentors, Brian Tracy. One of my goals currently is to meet Les Brown, that 75-year-old man who is so exciting and energizing and motivating. I still need to meet him. I have a training coming up with Jack Cranfield. If not for COVID, I would have been in the US by now in that training. So you must have goals for personal growth. From one stage to the other, keep growing. Don't become stagnant. Have goals for relationship. Relationship involves your family and the people you meet in this world. One of my passion, actually it has been my compelling reason, is that the day I was born, I cried. And the people around me rejoiced. I want to live my life in such a way that the day I'm dying, I should be rejoicing and they should be crying. I want to touch the life of at least 1 million people around the world. And network marketing gives me the opportunity to do that. That is why no matter what the situation, when you call me for a presentation, I find a way to come do that presentation. Recently in February or so, I was so sick. I was so down, and I had a presentation with Madam Mad Lion in Uyo. It got to a point I knew that I could not make that presentation because I was so weak. But some way, somehow, because of the people waiting for us in Uyo and all those routes that we have to make, Port Harcourt, Abakaliki, Enugu, Oka, Onitsha, to Warri and Benin back to Lagos, I had to make that trip. People didn't know how sick and weak I was. But one thing I know for sure is that once I stand in front of the people and I look at the faces of the people and I see their hunger, that weakness vanishes. You must have goals to develop relationships across the world because you never know who you are meeting. Spiritual goals. One of the things I love about being free from work is that though I am not full-time, many people in my church feel that I am full-time. So I want to continue to have more time to spend with the Lord and also to impact people's lives spiritually. The picture on this page, this group of people come from a slum in Accra called Agbogloshi. I remember going to them in February and witnessing to them and bringing them to church. Each and every one of them, we have to find them dresses and bring them to joy. And it's so much satisfying and fulfilling to be able to impact fellow human beings' life and bring them from the miry clay and give them something to survive on or to make their life worth living. You can see their smile on the picture. It's worth $1 million. You cannot buy that. Nobody can pay you that. IMMERI has a goal for our social goal where we went to disability homes to help these people, give them hope, just to make them know that they are also human beings. And it was so exciting. I was planning to do one myself on Easter. Unfortunately, because of lockdown, it did not happen, but it's going to still happen because I've already given the people notice. So you must have social goals as well as what the company has for us. And those are the things that when you begin to have them initially as your goal, they will drive you on. The impact you want to make is what drives you on to do what you have to do. Now the next thing is your preparation. First, identify all distractions when you are preparing in the 90 days to achieve your goals and your compelling reason. Identify distractions and eliminate them. Examples of distraction is negative people. A lot of people don't know that I just don't like negative people around me. I don't tolerate them. Self-doubt. Don't let people's idea about you cause you to doubt yourself. My mentor Les Brown says that don't let somebody's opinion about you become your reality. Now, in this COVID-19 period, when you are on Facebook, you are on there for business reasons. There are some people on Facebook, they are still posting jokes and laughters. Facebook is our main tool now to prospect and to make money. So when you're on Facebook, know that you are using it for business, not the normal social media tool just to waste your time. It can be a distraction for achieving your goal. TV time. I personally don't watch TV, all these soap operas, all these series. I don't have time for them. I have my own TV station, which are motivational ideas and stuff, videos that I have that I slot into my video deck and watch. So you should have things that will help you grow. For instance, most people travel about 1 hour to 2 hours to work. Do you know that the average lecture in a university is about 1 hour 30 minutes, which means that you could have a training by a top leader in this world and slot it on your way to work. Within 1 hour 30 minutes, you have actually attended a lecture, which is a virtual lecture. And if you do that continuously for 4 years, you could write yourself a degree. You don't have to go to a classroom to obtain a degree. You can always write yourself a degree. What is your vision for the next 90 days? Identify your vision for every 90 days and onwards. Plan for every 90 days. 90 days are always important. First 90 days or the first trimester. First 90 days is very important. So what is your vision? Now, after you have identified those visions, we must commit to them. Commit to the 90 days. Commit to overcome every obstacle that will come. But the truth is that if your compelling reason is big enough, the facts don't count. No obstacle can stand in your way. I know many of you have heard about the story of David and Goliath. David was once a trained soldier. Many people could not defeat Goliath because they didn't have a compelling reason. Many people didn't know that one of the things that made David to fight with Goliath was that the king has promised that anybody who defeats Goliath will marry his beautiful daughter. That was David's compelling reason to go after Goliath. The opportunity to marry the daughter of a king. Can you imagine Dangote saying that he will give you the daughter to marry? Bill Gates' daughter. It will make you do whatever you have to do. That was the chance for David. The second compelling reason for David was that the king promised that anybody who defeats Goliath, their entire household, they will live on state resources. Everything will be provided for by the state. Whatever they want, they should just name it. The state will provide it. When David heard it, no obstacle, not even the head of Goliath could stand in his way. What is stopping you from achieving your goal? What is stopping you from achieving your dreams? What is stopping you from going after a compelling reason? Maybe the issue is that it is not big enough. It is not something that is worth it for you. You must go back to your goals. Get your business set up. Set up your office in the house. Get a nice table in one corner. Set it up nicely. Ensure that you have access to all your uplines. We are always available. There is no excuse. We are always available. You try to reach out to us. You will always get us. The issue with most distributors is that they expect the upline to be calling them. You should be calling your upline. A distributor should be calling your upline, asking, how did you do this? How can I do this? Not your upline always chasing you that do this. Because when they do that, they become bossy. And they become even offensive towards you. So rather, you should pursue them. And they'll be happy. They'll be happy. They'll be happy to help you. So pursue them. Get all the necessary tools. Many of us didn't know how to use Zoom before COVID-19. But we are adapting. We are now using Zoom. We are doing more presentations than ever. Set up your business hours. Because now we are all working from home. I just set up an office in my house. Got a new desk. Everything set. I have business hours. That period, I'm going to be on business. I will not allow anyone. I will not have anyone to distract me in the house that period. So work as though you are in an employed work. Have that mentality. Again, compelling reason. It keeps coming. Establish your why. You must pursue the business in this 90-day period. Look for something that will make it worth it for you after you have achieved the goal. Look for something that, despite that it might be hard, you will still pursue it. Look for something that will make it necessary for you to take all the steps. Look for something that will make you pursue the dream, knowing that irrespective of what happens, your life is in your hands, and you are the only one that can bring your life into full blossom. Look for that thing. That is your why. I believe personally that as parents, all of us deserve to spend more time with our children. And so I show people how to work home and spend more time with their children. Stay home and provide full-time income, especially mothers. Connect and use the tools. Don't let data become an excuse in this COVID-19 period. Use data. Join Zoom calls. Join multiple Zoom calls. Use it to your advantage. See, before Zoom, every presentation that we did in Ghana, at least I know, we're averaging between 30 or 50 people maximum. During COVID-19, we are averaging about 100 people per presentation, and we are having multiple presentations on daily basis. Visit the company website. By the grace of God, the IG IMMERI Growth Center website is coming up soon. I know for a fact that we are developing videos. When those videos come, have them, literature will be coming. Use your Facebook to prospect. Use Twitter. Those who are keen on Instagram, don't post the normal joke. Use YouTube. I remember there's Evangelista telling all of us that we must create YouTube account. And he said that when you attend these trainings and you don't act on them, it only become a motivational talk. But what is important is action. Let's act on the things that we learn. Now, preparation continues. You plus 3 people. Always look for 3 key people that you are running with at least a specific time. Now, if you are running your 90-day game plan, don't run it alone. Look for 3 people, you plus them. Then teach them to also do 3. So if you see our comp plan, we have the 3 by 3 by 3. So if you plus 3, and them plus 3, and then them plus 3, that fulfills our comp plan. Now teach them your new distributors. First you learn and then teach them. And teach the entire organization. That is why now we are trying to plug everybody into the Zoom call. And as soon as you attend Zoom call for 4 or 5 times, you should be able to ready to do a Zoom call, even if it's for only 2 people. Please try it. Develop your team. Lock arms with them, 8 to 10 members, and set goals. Set goals that this is what we are going for. Then set up your calendar. Now this also is very good when we come back. Every event, you should look forward to it. For many people, it is during the day of the event that they discover they are quiet. So what is the next event? For instance, we have the Velocity Camp coming up. I know not many distributors out of over 12,000 distributors in Africa are planning to attend. Immediately we are out of COVID-19, we will have IMMERI Nigeria Grand Launch. Are you planning to attend? If not for COVID-19, would you have been there? You must plan for events. They must be part of your calendar. Create a daily, weekly, and monthly plan. And let's work those plans. And you see that very soon. What actions are you taking daily and monthly to move you or your business forward? What are you doing daily? We may be staying at home during this lockdown, but what are you doing during the lockdown? That is important. That may be the next thing. As soon as you get all this set up, then boom, launch your 90 days game plan. Commit to it and never quit. Persevere until it is done. Put your plan into action. I always tell people that an affirmation or a plan without action leads to delusion. An affirmation or a plan without action leads to delusion. You can't be confessing, I'm rich, and I'm not doing anything to become rich. Very soon you may find yourself in a psychiatric hospital. An affirmation without action leads to delusion. Whatever your plan is, take action. Go for it. As soon as you start your 90-day game plan, look for a support partner who is your upline, not necessarily the person who has signed you up, but a working upline in your organization. Somebody that you can look to, somebody that can motivate you. Because if your upline who has signed you up has gone to sleep and you send him your 90-day game plan, brother, you may fall asleep with him or her. So send it to your upline that is working. Let him hold you accountable for what you have decided to do. Let him follow you up on a weekly basis to see if you are progressing. Very important. Like you already mentioned, set goals for yourself for success. So eliminate all the distractions, organize your office, get your business set up, create a new Facebook account. So you can't give any excuse that you are not on Facebook. Get a new Facebook account, create your Facebook account. You can't give excuse that you don't have a smartphone. Yesterday I heard Mr. Shegun King saying that if you have a smartphone, a brain, and a willing heart, you can succeed. So you need a phone. Get it. It's very essential for your business. Create your page. Go for it. What are your business hours? We talk about it. Your family and personal hours, we talk about it. Are you going to do this business full time? Now, set a goal that you want to help at least 20 people join IMMERI in your first year, personally, 20 people at least. If in the 90-day period, you can do 20 people, every 90 days, 20 people, and when it comes to that, we will show you exactly how you can benefit from those 20 people. But for now, set a goal that I want to have 20 people that are brought to IMMERI. But if you set up 20 people, 12 will do something, and 8 will not do anything. That is why you see that throughout our organization, we find people who are not doing anything. And this is based on the law of averages. So to succeed, you must give yourself a chance to succeed by getting more people. What if you sign up 2 people? What if you sign up 3 people and all of them go to sleep? Well, you are lucky if you sign up 3 people and all of them are working hard. But it doesn't just happen. Within 60 days, if you have all your 8 people out of the 20 doing something, can you imagine 8 people are working very hard? If within 4 months, that is 120 days. 120 days. You have 60 members who are actually active, building building a solid structure. Can you imagine in 9 months, you have a team of 4 strong members doing something, and that is diamond. You are going to diamond. But it starts from a larger number, then it begins to scale down. It begins to scale down. And actually, if you are building a business, you can see these statistics already running through your business. That out of your people, as you are going up, the numbers are reducing. Maybe 8 people have become executive or elite associate, then executive, 6 are elite executive, or 4 managers are coming. It runs that way. But still, may be accountable for 80% of all your income with another 20%. And so that is why you need to give yourself a huge chance. Don't limit yourself to the minimum as required on the board. Now, there are some people who are doing this business full time. And if you are doing network marketing full time, it is true that the times and the season in which we are may be really hard for us. But it is important that you keep pushing, keep doing the things that you have been doing. Adapt yourself to the new strategies, keep building your business. It will be very discouraging and frustrating. But start it all over again because you are in it full time. Commit your 90-day game plan. Bring new people, fresh blood into your business. Give yourself a chance to succeed. If you are part-time, which means that you already have your work, you should aim to replace your full-time income with your network marketing income, as some of us have done in the past. Which means that we did a 90-day game plan. You have to scale it down. But if time will allow you, if you're able to push yourself a little bit more, then go for it also. Now, this step is 5 steps to unlimited prospects. How do you get people in this COVID-19? We are not meeting people personally. We are not going to people. But ladies and gentlemen, brainstorm yourself. Who are your old schoolmates? Who is your hairdresser? Where does your children go to school? Who are your working colleagues? The average person on this call right now, if you have a Facebook account, you have about 500 to 5,000 people following you. This is the time to build relationship with those people and add them to your active list. And then when you add them to the list, I'll tell you exactly what to do with them in the next 5 minutes. Constantly expand your list. The fact that there are 5,000 people following you on Facebook doesn't mean that they are part of your list. You need to create the list intentionally. You may have 1 million people following you on Instagram or Twitter. They are not yours until you create a list and begin to approach them. Raise your level of awareness in the business. Which means that pay one attention to your surrounding, your willingness to connect with others to build relationship, increase your knowledge in the product, increase your knowledge in the compensation plan, know more about the company and what is happening, so that at every point you are one step ahead. Now, in building a prospect list, don't prejudge people. People are always looking for new opportunities. So our chance is to give them the IMMERI opportunity. One of the things that you must do in this COVID-19 is to network on purpose. I am joining more groups on Facebook. Join more groups on Facebook. I am on Tell It All. Though they post a lot of funny things, but I'm there. I build friendship with some people. I add them to my list. Build relationships, network on purpose. Find ways to get new people into your business. Now, this is the key to using your Facebook list and your contact form. This is the key. As we run up, this is the key. Form. The first one is family. Don't dump too much information. Don't post things that sound insulting to people on Facebook. I saw somebody post this morning a picture of Eric laying off about 80,000 or 80% of their staff. And she posted it with a post. When I tell people to join network marketing, they think that they have a job blah, 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 in airline industry. Now is the time to join network marketing. Now that already sounds offensive to somebody who is an Eric person, who is under the potential threat of losing their job. So sometimes, no matter how exciting what you are offering is, it's a turn-off. But rather, you should show empathy to such a person by calling them, following up on them, find out how they are doing in this COVID-19 period. And then, if there is a reason, you are always looking for a reason. You must be a master at looking for a reason to connect people to your business. As soon as there is a reason, connect your business. Why should some people join network marketing? There are some single people who should join network marketing because through network marketing meetings and events, they may find their lifetime partners. But if you are working in the bank and you are a teller, and you are sitting there Monday to Saturday, sister, be careful. So you need to network on purpose. So somebody who is single, who is 40 years, whose time is running out, may have to join a network marketing with the potential apart from the business. He may find a partner because all manner of marriageable materials are in network marketing. And the truth is that they are rich and they have dreams. Many women would not like to marry anybody who does not have a dream or a vision for their life. For network marketing, we have dreamers. Are they married? What is their husband doing? What is their family doing? What about their kids? What about the school? Oh, you call the person on Monday morning. What about the kids? Maybe the kid is at home because he has been sacked of school fees. You may show them an opportunity where they can earn extra income to take away that humiliation. Find out about their occupation. Are they happy with what they are doing? With this COVID-19, how is their job? What is the opportunities? What are the threats? What are the potentials of what they are doing? How soon are they reopening? Because many companies are still locked down. Though there's a partial lift in Ghana, many companies are still locked down. I know Nigeria, many companies are locked down. So what are the potential? What are they going to do? What are the threats to their family income? Find out all those things. What do they do for recreation? One of the things you know for a fact is that in network marketing, we have abundance of time, we have abundance of holidays, we have the opportunity to explore the world. I always tell people that about 10 years ago, when I was in the bank, even when they come to my leave, I don't take my leave, I take salary. They pay me for the leave and I continue to work. But my last 10 years in network marketing, I've traveled the 5 continents of the world, all the way to Hawaii. I've been to Bali, Indonesia. I've been to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I've been to multiple provinces in China. I've been to Singapore. I've taught the US. I've been to the beautiful pharaohs of Egypt. So many places I've been to, all because of network marketing. So when it comes to recreation, oh, this is where it is. Now, those should be things that you should be pointing out to people by forming them. Then money is a big issue. A big issue. People should start planning for their retirement. As a networker, you should start planning for your retirement. And let me say this, if you're a networker, stop posting offensive posts about people who are employed. Because people who are employed are better than 90% of networkers who are not succeeding. Because as a networker, you don't have any retirement benefit. Somebody who is employed, who is earning minimum now, has a retirement benefit. So everything that people post, maybe somebody is earning 1 million in network marketing and he posts a post. Don't just copy it and also post it. Don't be insulting people who are employed. Sort out your money issues first and try to help people. It is true that our business is willable. Our business has residual income. Our business has time freedom and many opportunities. But what happens if you don't take advantage of that? I tell you, 90% of networkers end up worse when they get to their retirement age than people who are employed, because they have at least some retirement baskets. Now, how do you form people? I'll actually send this to you. I don't need to read it out. How do you form people? For example, you just call your friend and say, "Hi Joe, we haven't talked in a long time. How are you? How is family?" Then you wait for a response. So if it's a person you know or somebody you met from Facebook, first strike acquaintance. I normally call people and say that, "Oh, every day I choose to know at least one person on Facebook, and today you are the one. And so I want to get to know you." So we connect and I get numbers from such people. So you form them, find out their family, then you wait for a response. When there's an indication of health problem in the family, when there's an indication of financial problem in the family, when there's an issue of inavailability in the family, then quickly try to tailor-make your business to meet that particular need in the family, instead of just throwing a blanket opportunity. If everything is okay with the family in terms of health and those things, then ask the person about their occupation. What do you do? Are you happy with what you are doing? Again, wait for a window where there is a sign of regret or unhappiness with what they are doing, and then show that you are happy. Don't sound boring when you are presenting. Don't show signs of regretting as a networker. Be excited, be passionate. That's why I love the lioness so much. I mean, her happiness and excitement is infectious. And we all carry and we all flow with it. When she makes the post, you can see excitement in the post. We all just like to share it. I mean, there's some people when they share a post, nobody will share it. Even me, my posts, they are so boring because I just start. So add a lot of things to make it nice. It's so exciting. Lioness, if you're on the call, keep doing that because it's motivating and inspiring a lot of us. You never know. Then recreation. Talk to them, find out what they like, their hobbies. Are they having time to do those things? Again, there's an opportunity. Then again, their financial situation. So those are the way you form people basically. And once you form them, give yourself a chance now. Or give them a reason to act. So a typical statement, if you find out a situation during the form, you ask them, what if I could show you a way? Don't say, come and join IMMERI. Ask them, always post your questions this way. What if I could show you a way that you could work part-time as a side hustle and you never have to struggle financially? What if I could show you a product that you never have to worry about your health again? These are very important. What if is important. If you have an opportunity, what if I could show you a way? There's a presentation. Will you be available to have a look at it? What will your 2-3 years down the line on this road look like? Then share your own story, how your life was until you started this business and how it has changed you. No matter how small your success in this business is, you can share it with somebody. Our business is a lifestyle program. Don't focus on selling the product and the compensation plan. Sell the lifestyle. That is the game changer. Show them how to act with their health, with their financial goal in their mind. Make recommendations for them with the packs that can help them. If it's health, if it's finances, which of the pack can quickly fast track them to their success. Is it classic? Is it agency? Is it wholesale? What they can, and always be mindful what they can afford at that particular time in time. Because if they cannot afford wholesale, nothing they can do. And we have so many classics who are managers. At the last count, I think we have 10 or 11 classics who are becoming managers. And that is very fantastic. Then again, well, we will do invitations, how to invite for a meeting, because invitation is very different from presentation. And never do presentation on your first time call. So people, when they call, they want to present everything on the phone the first time. You put the person off. What you want to do is to get the person to have a look at it. Many times, sometimes I'm the one going to present in the office. I still invite my prospects as though I'm not the one going to present. When they come there and they see me present, sometimes they are amazed. But I have to do it that way. So we invite them. Like I said, there are so many multiple Zoom presentations going on. Take advantage of them. Build your business. Get people from all over the country. People who could not attend presentations in our physical offices, they are now available to attend our Zoom meeting because we have brought the presentations right to their living hall, and they can attend them. Don't sell anything on the phone. The objective is to set an appointment in the 90 days period. Then your 4 keys to invitation is have confidence, be enthusiastic about it, sound friendly, believe in the business, believe in success, believe that what you are doing will take you to your dream. Don't sound like, I found something. No, look at it with excitement, confidence, and an absolute belief. You should watch Mr. Akim Barreto presenting from his hall in Lagos. So much confidence, so much enthusiasm, and believe in the IMMERI system. And that is how you cannot be like him overnight, but at least you can grow to become like him eventually if you continue this program. How to invite, you can have a script, you can write a script down. I have a script, I'll share it on the platform, so I don't need to post that because time is against us. Know exactly what to say. It is important to know what to say. Especially after you have formed the people, you need to give them something that will excite them into the business. If you give a monkey a meat, it will not be excited. If you give monkey banana, they are very excited. So what will excite the person as you are forming the person? Use the phone all the time. And when you are using the phone to call people, because you are going to do a lot of phone calls, 3-way calls, book appointments with your upline, working upline, we are available. You have a prospect, put them on the phone, 3-way call. The way you are paying for the 3-way call, not your upline. So you do the call and then put your upline on it to show the plan, talk to the person for you. We have Zoom calls. We can do 3-way Zoom calls for just 3 people, up to over 500 people. It's available. Let's use that. You can do that for free. Zoom is free for the first 40 minutes, and it can take 3 to 100 people. So you can use that. And when you are doing an invitation to watch the main program, just a pick interest. So I'll show you I'll send you a test how to pick. But the main thing is that sound as though you are in a hurry. Act with a sense of urgency. If somebody says, I'm busy now, don't say, no problem, I can wait for you on the phone. And you're on the phone for 30 minutes. The person will know that you're not serious. Or when COVID-19 is over, you go and sit in somebody's office the whole day waiting for them. The person will not have time to do that type of business. So always act as if you are in a hurry. Sometimes I talk to people, they want the presentation the same time online, but I put them off. I have something very important to do now. So can we do it at a set time? So I set a time to do it, which makes it professional, because I'm working by appointment. Don't tell them everything about the product. Many times when people bring prospects first and they've not said anything, I know when they bring them to me to talk to, it's difficult because as soon as I finish, there's nobody else to really talk to. So I push them back that, go and at least tell them something small, and then we'll take it from there. These are scripts. We'll send you all these scripts, how to make those calls. Now, 3 things to do to arouse the prospect's desire in this 90-day period. Think of why she or he needs the IMMERI business. So always important that after you have discovered your compelling reason, discover their compelling reason and tailor the business to meet their compelling reason. Talk about what is in need for them. When you are presenting to somebody, don't say, when you join, I will get this. When you join, I will get this. When you join, I will get this. You are talking, and it makes it difficult for them to join. Use the word you. When you join, you will get this. When you join, you will get this. By the way, you are also part of the you. So you are still talking about you whilst you are talking about them. Because people in the presentation, when it comes to testimonies, that you are the only one who have that testimony, you can use it. But even that, you can use other people's testimonies to buttress what you are saying. But don't make the presentation about what support or assistance can you be in online coaching, 3-way calls, show them the system, everything. Those are the ways to support. Those who really want to do the business, make them feel that you are responsible for their success, and also you will fight alongside them. Okay. Now, 80% of your time in this COVID-19 period, prospecting, presenting, sharing the opportunity. We have so many people on our phone books that we have not spoken to about IMMERI. Percent of the time remaining, you use it for training. Plan your day or your week before it starts. Decide exactly how many people you want to bring to the business. Read how many people will you lead to read IMMERI literature. Your 3-way calls, like I said, we are a lot of 3-way calls. Do your follow-up, 4 follow-ups per week or per day. Which day of the week will you host your own conference call and invite your upline? Set up your own Zoom call, invite some of the leaders. We are available. How many time will you devote to coaching and downline to understand the system? How much time will you devote to your own personal development on daily basis? Now, I'll send this commitment to you, my 90 days game plan. To accomplish this, then you put your name. I personally commit to the 90 days game plan after you decide. to build my business full-time or part-time, one cycle and signature, and give it to your upline who is responsible or accountable for you. Make a copy of the page to also your support team. This is your name, the day you are starting your 90-day game plan of consistent action of inviting, presenting, prospecting. The day you are starting, set the day and when it's supposed to end, the 90-day goal, and what goal do you want to achieve in that period. It is true that when you start, many of your goals will become financial goals, things like how to get money, how to win the car. But as you grow in the business, a point will come where your 90-day game plan, if you are still doing it, will be about impact, helping more and more people to achieve financial freedom, helping more and more people to get out of the rat race, helping more and more people to stay at home and stay at home parents and take care of their children. And then I commit to helping 3 or 4 people join during the first 6 weeks of my 90-day game plan. Move towards your set goals with determination and never stop until you achieve your set goal. Believe and know that you can, and you will achieve your goal. Winners, they say, never quit. That is, don't quit their goal. If you're on a journey and you're in the wrong direction, you better quit. So don't be afraid of being called a loser because you quit. If you're going the wrong direction, you must well quit. Because you don't want to travel 5, 10, 20 years only to realize that you have been traveling the wrong way. So we must put it into perspective that quitters never win. Now let us stay on this long enough, pursue this with all tenacity, all determination, finding those things that are necessary, finding those things that will make it worth it for you. You believe absolutely that whatever you have decided to do, it is possible that you achieve it. You go on it day and night, hard, go at it. Ladies and gentlemen, knowing that there's nobody that will achieve your dream for you except you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that one day you fly where eagles fly, and that is at the top. So see you at the top. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the opportunity. Have a blessed day.